and welcome to El Shaddai. I'm your host, Pastor Phyllis Ramey, prophetess of Jesus Church of Deliverance. And I told you that on previous shows that I was going to have authors and poets and everything. But let me tell you that I have a wonderful author here, and we work together, and we've seen each other through the job and everything, but I never had the privilege of meeting him. But we met, and then we spoke, and then today he has written a book, and I said, I have to have you on the show. And it was just a privilege, and he agreed to come on, and I have him here. And I just want to introduce to you James LeGrand. And now I want to know, who is James LeGrand?
Who is James LeGrand?
Yes.
Well, today, James LeGrand is a vice president in project management. I currently work for one of our nation's top financial services companies. Also, I'm a master in Shaolin Kung Fu. A lot of people look at the movies and they see Shaolin Kung Fu, but they don't really understand what that means and the philosophy that goes behind it. And that's definitely played a factor in my life as well. And third, I'm also the author of Evolve, Live Spiritually Every Day, Everywhere, and in Every Way. But I wasn't always where I am today. Growing up, I grew up in Plainfield, New Jersey. And growing up was a little bit rough because of the neighborhood that we grew up in, as well as the number of people who tried to squash my dreams. My dream was to work in corporate America, to do the things that I'm doing today. And at that time, being African American and male, and being in business at the level that I wanted to reach, it just wasn't heard of. So a lot of people told me what I couldn't do. So one of my major goals in life was to figure out, how can I make money? How can I do the things I need to do in life to reach my goals? And how can I be a role model for other people to do the same thing? The second goal I had, of course, was to make sure God was the center of my life. And how do I then express that in every single area of my life? It's hard living in this world where people are out to get you, and people are trying to swindle. We have people that are snatching children, all these different things going on. Amidst everything going on, war, poverty, financial trouble, how can you keep God at the center of your life and express that everywhere, and then, again, be a role model for other people? The third thing I was looking for was a way to keep peace at the center of my life as well. How can I bring a sense of peace and contentment, again, in every area of my life, so that I'm not living with the stress that kills people, or living with fear and guilt, which tends to be the way most people live their lives. So I went through all of that, and in my mid-20s, I realized those three different paths of trying to find my career, finding God at the center of my life, and finding my personal peace, they weren't three different paths at all. It was all one path. Once I realized that, I said, this is powerful. This is something that I think other people can learn from. So when the answer is, how can you make money? How can you take care of your financial trouble? Well, God's the answer. How can you find contentment in your life? Well, God's the answer. You're going through a major life crisis. What's the answer? God's the answer. So I tried to write a book that allowed for personal self-evolution, spiritual evolution. So if you think about man, you think about human beings, right? We came from the agricultural evolution, right? Then we went through an industrial evolution. We went through the information age, and right now we're going through this technology evolution. I think the next evolution will be a spiritual evolution. So the title of the book is Evolve, Live Spiritually Every Day, Everywhere, and in Every Way. I do believe the next evolution will be a spiritual one.